Oh my God. Do you want your eyes to be white? Just be here. Do you want your elbows to be brighter? Oh my God. Just keep on shape in shape. With me, Pretty Nancy, I'm going to bring you everything. I'm coming out as a solution to give you different ways of how you can keep in shape without going to gym, denying yourself food because you want to get out. No, 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 no. That will make you even sick. Just be tuned on Shape in Shape. Everything is going to find you here. Shape in Shape, be updated.
TV viewers, this is your girl Gladys Malika, and of course we've come up with a new program that is the Youth Market. Of course we're gonna give you quality and quantity matters concerning the youth. We're gonna give you trends, different trends of designs. Of course we shall be coming up with the talent kind of moment. Of course, tubagambe guno omuzindalo gw'abavubuka tugenda kuba gukwogerera ddala kiki omuvubuka kyosobola okola. And of course I'm not alone in the studio, but I'm with my beloved friends, and they're gonna talk about themselves in half a second. But before that, I want to say thank you guys, thank you very much, the Facebook live streamers who have been with us all the way we started from till this particular moment of the Youth Mic Menu program we've come up with. And of course, I want to say thank you to the subscribers and the YouTube page. You guys are doing a great job and putting the Divine Focus TV on the next level. Please keep on doing it again and again and again. And of course, keep on scrolling and rolling and rolling. And of course, if you want to know more about Gladys Malika, you can as well visit my Facebook page of Gladys Malika, and of course you like and comment and share as well. Of course, if you have tried to miss the program, you'll be finding these programs you've missed for all the time. They will be there on my Facebook page. You can go with us live and of course give us the views, your views as the youth according to the topic of discussion we're going to talk about today. And of course, I'm not working alone, I'm working with Dr. Boza and my friends here. They'll be talking about themselves. Please, Boza, talk to the youth out there. They're eagerly waiting and they want to know what we're popping with today.
Oh wow. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Speeding Kagadi.
Thank you.
Other than shall weekend.
You have to be in weekend. Yeah, we have to be in mood by the way. But you have to be in mood by night because this is a mask, wear mask, keep social distance of course as and then take away gagamba. Sanitize your hand in the middle of the hands and the palms. Yes, invisible. Yes, mutuna distance really but now you keep distance.
Yeah, my name is called Dr. Bozo. I'm here on Divine Focus TV. Nice to be with you people. I'm saying so. I'm watching you also tonight.
You're
getting together. Hey, nothing new for cover the map. But take care of the people. Yeah.
Pick up guys.
Fabali Kawala Nanamuri Kusendi Rollins. Yeah, mbagala nyo amanya mtadokta Bozo program ya the Youth Mic program abavuga rugena kubanga tuwelele wozo ngatogerako nnyo era nga mulaba nti bavubuka abaliko tubalese okubanga bogerako namwe nno kyobokola kiri kimu tandika okubanga oshiyalinga gwe yakatweyungako following nga muliko obusoose okubanga wegata ku Divine Focus TV tubenga tambula fenna nange era nge tuli tetusirinzeka ndine munande wano kale yabinga babuuza.
Wow. Pretty Nancy, as usual, we're very welcome on this program and we're going to be taking you in various issues. Totia.
Innocent is my name. The other one is Orange God. I love it so much, but it makes a lot of sense, you know. Youth Mic is the program, and as glad as you are, and I'm glad to be on the.
You're glad as Gladys.
Gladys as they are.
Oh my God! Thank you very much.
Ekintu kyawudde. Oluzungu eri
I know. It's gonna be an interesting. Yes, and I know it's going to be an interesting time. Just stay focused as the name goes, the Divine Focus TV. Just stay focused with us. And of course, yeah, Mutuama to be divine, but now we have a Fuka, a Bembala, and Nude, or my cutting, and I'm also saying by the Dr. Bozo. There is a saying that is that goes. Biki? Tulumya abayaye. Yes, you can kulumya abayaye, but mu Yesu. Being a youth of valor, of course. And that's what we've come up with today. I think that's a place of no one.
Now, abayaye.
Yes. On air. But of course, we come up with an interesting topic of discussion of the day, and we're gonna talk about. Yeah, we're gonna talk about relationships in the youth. And I know that when now you're smiling ear to ear, the cheeks are even widely smiling. We're gonna talk about relationships in the youth, of course. This is an interesting topic. So, by the way, if I'm to ask, what is a relationship? What is a relationship? You know, this is something that is I can't get and I thought of coming up with this, and I want to know what is a relationship. And I'm innocent. Why should I start from? But I should follow protocol. I'm starting with Pretty Nancy.
Yeah, to balance the English.
Yeah, balance the English and the both.
I think relationship is just like you get encouraged because it's not all about love, but there are various relationships. When you have relatives, of course you are in a relationship with them. When you have a lover, that is also a relationship. It's like a way you get to know others and they get to know you better. Yeah, I think that is the best definition, if I can say. Yeah.
Yes, that's Nancy. And so it's time for Innocent to give us what relationship is. The relationship. This is something like sliced bread with blue band. Because I may lose at them too. But when there is that intimate love, and of course the agape love someone is trying to meet. So what are we talking about today? Are we talking about the intimate love or the agape love? The love with God, or love with God, love of God with the people, or love of people and people? Yeah, what is a relationship?
To me, a relationship is a dealing between two people, or even more than that. But there's an agreement, and this relationship, it's something that is to last for a certain duration, a period. And one of the content that is supposed to be very vital is the love aspect. I don't know how you will interpret the love. It could be, like Nancy said, there is a relationship between relatives, and for me to relate well with my relatives, there must be love. For me to relate well with my girlfriend, there must be love. Only that I think we classify the love, the types of love, like you said. Then there is that one with God, the agape we're talking about. So generally, according to me, relationship is a dealing between two or more than people, and it is something that is supposed to go for a long period of time.
Okay.
So what's the one way?
Relationship ngije nchitegeera ng'enkolagana eri wakati w'abantu ababiri oba okusuka ku bantu ababiri kiyinza okubeera ekibiina yinza okuba organization ngeri enkolagana organization endala. That is relationship olw'ebigendererwa oba obutaba na bigendererwa. Nsobola okusanga n'embeera ne relationship n'enkolagana naawe naye nga sina kigendererwa, oba n'enkolagana naawe nga nina ebigendererwa. Kati so relationship za nnundi ebiri, okolagana n'abantu oba abantu okolagana ebitongole oba ebibiina, okolagana n'abantu olw'ebigendererwa oba awatali bigendererwa. Bwetyo nyinza okukinyonyola.
Ndowooza ate omulungi atilaba gwe wena omuvubuka owulidde. What is a relationship? So here comes something else. Olowooza omeka tutuli ku bavubuka. This is the main program about youth. So we want to know. Omuvubuka yange saanye okwetaba mu kye bayita relationship. Omuvubuka omutuufu ye yaani. Ayina kuva ku myaka emeka kutuuka ku myaka emeka. And of course, I want to first read it. Ladies first. Protocol.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course we want to know, should a youth really engage in a relationship? And of course, what age? Can you have a relationship? Being financially stable, and some of them are so age chair a youth should engage in a relationship. Go we specifically on the youth.
Neka so kutanya muko. Togera relationship.
Relationship je twogerako. Yeah, like intimacy. That is the love between people and people. Abantu.
Okwagala. Ebyala. Ebyokwefasaganya. Kubanga kubiza kubanga kirungi okukolagana nabo.
Ategeddwa Dr. Katucheze. Ebyokwefasaganya bantu babiri ebyomukwano. Mutima ku mutima. Body to body, soul to soul, and heart to... Yeah, yes.
That is how we take it.
I've got one of those hours. Innocent.
What was the question again?
What age do you think the youth should get involved in a relationship, the love relationships? Or why they don't even have to engage in relationships?
Miaka imekaa vuko yote nikidogo kuna girlfriend okuba ko kivako.
Wabanga omuvubuka atandikira ku myaka emeka mukabule mwa kubanga teenage akoma ku 18 nanso nabona bawansi bavubuka
Baba adolescent.
baba teenagers, not teenagers. But below 18.
But I think all teenagers are adolescents.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the youths.
To me, youths will start above, that is from 20.
From 20.
According to Innocent.
If it's above 20, I think they can engage in relationships because 20, if it's 20, you can engage in relationship, but it depends on how you're going to handle yourself, and it depends on your standards, your principles,
omwana tugeze nga ali mu kusoma omwana emyaka abiri aba alina emyaka emyaka abiri
at times wabanga wasoma bulungi nga tebalekayo nga abamme obeera university ogiriko oba oliawo ng'ogimaze
tekiyinza okutabula emisomo gyo
ebiseera bw'oba ng'okyasoma kiba kigenda tabula emisomo gyo because the moment you mix up these things bigenda kutabula tebigenda kugendera bulungi naye oba ng'obadde omaliriza I think you can engage, but following the principles that you have.
Kati awo kiba kivudde kusoma nga kiri kuba nti oba tosoma osobola okutandika relationship mwene emyaka abiri nti oba osoma osobola kyakumala kulinda kusoma. Is it about kumala kusoma oba
because tosobola gatta bino bintu bibiri mulundi gumu bigenda kufuukira omugugu ekimu ogenda beera nga kyekubidde nga tokituukiriza bulungi basically okusoma kugenda kukulemerera obeere nga tokukwasaganya bulungi oba oliawo nga biri byokwasaganya ennyo ate nga ne maaso oyo ogenda bisanga
lavebalalula
kyekyo asanga nga emune yabadde tabimanyi kakati n'akyamuka n'agenda n'akola kinaba nga tagenda balansinga naye obanga basically relationship that is basically love. We can love, but basing on the principles that you have, you're going to come me, I'm going to do it this way. So if you're going to follow it, then
so
mpozeka ngamba bw'obanga togenda kikwasaganya tuwenti nsoma you can start a relationship basing on the principles that you have you as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Innocent, in some time, what age do you think that the youth should engage in a relationship?
You see, age, there is a word that has always gone that age is just a number. But I tell you the truth, I might be 18 and yet I'm able to handle something like a 40-year-old. You understand? Let me give you an example. There was a young man who died during the lockdown, the total lockdown. This guy died of cancer. He was a friend of Andrew, and I read on Andrew Manda's Facebook page. So there's a story. This guy he had his cancer, but he never shared that story with anyone. So and he used to help people a lot. He had that heart for charity. So they were having this conversation with Andrew, and then in between he tells Andrew, "I am a very, he used to think so deep and stuff." So he told him, "I may look young in age or by appearance, but I'm very old in the soul. My soul is too old." You get my point? So what I'm trying to say is that relationship is love is an emotion within us. But if you know you can handle your emotional intelligence, but if you have dominion over your emotions and you can balance the two things. Do you know why there's a lot of breakups even in marriages? These are adults.
Tell us.
So what I'm just trying to tell you is that it's not about age to a certain degree. It's about how well emotionally are you to handle things to do with the relationship. You will say you will not get involved in a relationship because they will affect their education, which could be true. But why is this going to affect their education? Because they were not prepared to handle relationship and balance with. But you did not tell them that there is an emotion within them that will desire them to be loved and them to love. So that one we neglect it. But that does not prevent that they won't feel like they need to love and they want to be loved. You get the point? So if you are saying, I am keeping away this child from getting involved in a relationship with a girl or with a boy because he or she is still studying, you have not handled the problem that goes within. You understand the emotional part of it. So me, I would think the issue of relationship is not about age; it's about maturity.
Okay, age. A 14-year boy and a girl, can they get into a relationship? If it's not relationship, it's not about age. It's not about the age.
And
If
how,
the age is just
how best can you know that this person, or how can you help out that person to know that at this moment I'm mature enough to handle, or how will that person find out that I have the ability to handle? You get it? Yeah.
Now let me tell you something. You see in the should I say the Western world or the Western countries. I'm going to use an example of talent. You are going to discover talent in your child at a tender age, and you're going to fix this child. Whether the talent is in football, at a tender age, you're going to fix this kid into an academy, like a football academy. By the time this child is reaching 15, he has some experience. You get my point? By the time this child is reaching 20, he is now, doing something that the superstar everyone is admiring. Listen to me. Now, when you begin to teach someone, when you begin to teach a kid, a boy or a girl, preparing their mind of how to handle emotions. I've always told my people that there is what you will do. There is always, even Jesus prepared his disciples. There is preparing someone to help. You know that my child is going to face this in the future. I am going to prepare my child to do this. Now, you saying a 14-year-old is not ready for a relationship depends on, has this child been prepared before?
So we in Africa, talk the African way so we can understand.
Okay, the African way. We are not preparing our children for anything to do with relationships. So even when they are 20, they are not yet ready.
So Adiba is the unprepared one.
So
How can they prepare at that age?
Are you getting my point? Even at 30, you will find that people are not yet ready for relationships because they have not been prepared. You get my point? So it's not about age. A 14-year-old who has been started. Listen to me. A 14-year-old kid
We're talking to the unprepared people.
You are unprepared. Also, thank you. Now listen to me, Nancy.
Yes.
the unprepared kid. Oh, yes? Do you know why?
Innocent.
Listen, let me first bring my point clear. Before, yes, before doctor, when you go back into history, you studied history. There is history of East Africa, history of South Africa, whatever it is. In Sierra Leone, O level, you studied the African traditional science. Marriage used to take place between 14 years, 12 years. Do you know why? Because our mothers and our fathers were from childhood prepared to be mothers and fathers. So by the time they reach that age, they are already ready.
That was the only thing that focused
Now
on.
listen to
But
me.
so we need to focus about the various
Now in our time we have
So
reached.
should we focus on marriage only?
In our time we have reached. We need to blend things. As you're teaching your children academic excellence, blend it knowing that within them there are emotions that will pop
So
out.
are you trying to advise government to put it on the syllabus?
Thank you. You're bad government.
Innocent. We are talking two things.
Yes.
You are misfiring. There are two things. There is a relationship and marriage. We are talking about relationship, not marriage.
Because you bring
Every marriage starts from a relationship.
Now you mean this 13, 14 is ready for marriage?
As long as you're not ready for a relationship, you're not ready for marriage.
So that is the point. That is the
not
point
for
you
fun.
bring out. That is the point you bring out. That if you are not ready for marriage, don't go into a relationship. That is the point you bring out.
that is a
Now,
That's the
strong
point.
point.
relationship is a step to this. If you have failed in this one, if you have failed in this one,
Your
there's no
point
way.
would be, if you are not ready for marriage, don't go for a
Don't go
relationship.
for relationship.
If you are ready for marriage,
So
you
you
go.
What was your question?
My question: when should someone go into a relationship? That is the question.
When they feel, okay, it's not even when they feel, because everyone who goes in a relationship thinks they can handle. You understand?
Yeah,
So that's why now, it is actually not the child to know that I've reached.
What you know?
It is actually the parent.
And you tell
Listen to me, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
To know that
Let me tell you
my child
something.
has-
and you tell your
Let me
baby
tell you
that my
something.
baby you're ready.
You're ready for now a relationship?
Let me tell you something. If you're so intimate with your pastor, if you're so intimate with your mother, with your father, with your whatever, you will have a moment where you're having a round table.
Yeah.
And you say, you know what? I saw Nancy, but for some time now, my heart has been doing.
You were 13. You were 13 or 14. You call your mom or papa. That I'm feeling I'm ready
I'm ready.
to go into a relationship.
And you expect mommy
Is
to
it
say
okay?
that
If you're a parent, what can you do?
Thank you very much. You see, that depends on that. Listen. If a 14-year-old walks up to me and I'm the father, I'm saying, Dad, I think I'm ready for. I have this girl I'm seeing, and I feel like.
I'm ready.
Now, this is the best moment to sit your son down and tell him, you, according to what you're seeing, or according to the way you've been walking with this kid, like, what I see, you are not yet. Maybe as a kid you'll ask, why do you think I'm not? You understand? As your father have gone before you, and this and this, I think you still need to master them. You understand? So if you're a child who's so obedient and humble, depending still on the relationship you have, you can walk together with your father or with your mother through that journey. Until he or she knows that now, you're ready, my son.
And they tell
But
you
those
that-
issues of age are fine.
So it is the mom, it is the parent to tell you that you are ready.
That you're ready for a relationship?
I believe that was how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So they told you.
Now listen. I am.
You were told.
I am a Christian guy.
You were told.
I use the whatever. My foundation is the Bible. Listen to me. Do you know what Jesus says? Jesus says, I don't know the time I will return. The time of my return is not known to me, not even the angels in heaven. Who knows it? Only my Father. And I will come that day after I've prepared my bride, which is the church, and I present my bride to them. Right now, who is sanctifying the bride is the Father. I am purifying my church. Biblical principles. You understand me? Yeah. So it is the Father who will say now, son, your time to go for that.
Okay.
Were you told?
Of the father.
I'm not in a relationship.
Were you told?
I'm not in a relationship.
Because your father.
Right now they cannot
because
tell
of
me.
your father.
No, they cannot tell me because My father and
okay, listen.
we are not even together. So he doesn't know whether I am really or not. So, understand? Not even my mother.
So who is taking control now?
Yes, sir.
Right now, you see,
who is in control?
is right now.
Or we not being in relationship?
God is in control.
God is
So you're waiting for the Lord to tell you, yeah?
Says God speaks to himself. He has said she's the one that one.
Oh. Abatulaba abatuuliriza abatuyegesa amaaso tuli ku Divine Focus TV or in DF.TV gwe yakatulaba okusobola okusharinga okulayikinga no followinga nawe wali ku YouTube subscribinga nobeera ekigambo ekyo si kya subscribing kitawani nobanga osobola okuba nga obeera naffe mwenna abatulaba tubabuuzaako musindike messages zammwe sosindika ekibuuzo nobako kyobuuza nobako ngaoparticipatinga muki mu programu yawe. Aha. Gladys, kusonga yogera poti.
Age. Nze ngamba. Age in the youth. Omwana muvubuka nomanya nti muvubuka ddala akuze. You can engage in
Owemanya otya nti okuze. Gyemyaka emeka egyo?
Gyemyaka okutandikira ku myaka 25 n'okudda waggulu ku myaka
Gladys, totulimba.
Akasoka wendowooza ye?
N'okudda waggulu ku myaka nga 25 gitandikira ndowooza ku bavubuka. Nze ngamba gyemyaka it's part of youth. Gyemyaka omuvubuka gyalina okugamba nti at least this time I can be ready for someone, for getting a partner. But si mugina emyaka ate egya wansi 21, 20 oba tolina by'omanyi. But then you're going to fall into trap, you're going to fall into shit. Kwegamba ensi ekube wenna oba toli muvubuka aw'embala Yesu Kristo gy'atugamba okukola ki okutambuliramu gwe ng'omuvubuka. Nze kati no ngamba emyaka gyalibadde nga 25 kubona omwana aba atandise okula ebirowoozo waba abadde tali mu kyejo okuva mu bazadde mulimu n'abavubuka abeteekamu ekyejo kwegamba omuntu neyeteekamu ekintu. But if you're focused on the goal, if you're focused in and out, no one will manage to yagala. 25 important to play. You can as well see some pattern in the gamba. I did not.
When Mulizaye Tibuzo, Baby Gloria recently posting. Baby Gloria is around 19. She are ready for marriage. So, you advising her in never got quality weight.
No, yes,
25 is too much.
So, but now you don't give me a
technical relationship, but they're not married.
Baby girl, baby boy, you're still a
baby. First wait. Innocent, first wait. Summarize.
Gloria, by the way. Nancy, pretty boy, you get it with Gloria. Gloria. By the way, nga tuvudde mu bya maturity mulimu omwana ng'ali 20 naye ng'atasobola okufuna ebirowoozo by'omuvubuka ategeera n'afuna ku ndowooza ezitegeera but mulimu abo bakigendamu nga talina kyamanyi mu nsi akatandika olaba ensi. So of course I'm urging you, please don't until that's 25 osobola okumanya no kino kirungi kino kibi
babiyiga bati
ebyabinakubanga
ogamba muno emyaka 25 talina kyamanyi babiyiga batya relationship.
No.
Babiyiga batya
nze ndaba bw'obanga oli muwala kwabiri kale oyinza you can engage in a relationship but naye nga of course wetegereza naye ng'oli mulenzi kwabiri teweetantala oli bebi nnyo kubanga bano abaami boola bwaweza 3 owabiri kyalowooza omukyala ye kwa 3 wabatandika butandiso kirowooza wakati gwe omusajja lindira ddala nga okwabirimu8 nga gikunukkiriza awo olyoka otandika birowooza naye kati sooka obireke
ate okiwulira mulingo omusayi kutambula nogamba
kamanyiza okujajja wange jajja wange yafumbirwa jajja wange ng'alina emyaka 14 jajja wange y'omusajja yalina emyaka 23 jajja wange omusajja yalina emyaka 23 naye nze ensonga yange eri bweti omulenzi oba muwala oba ani teyajjanisa relationship yonna either oba asoma oba nga tasoma senga ekigendererwa kya relationship eyo si bufumbo nze point yange nti relationship ebenga yesiganye nti okuyingira mu relationship ngiyingiramu lwaki lwa bufumbo kyobalaba enaku broke-ups ezijja oba ekiyinza okubonyabonya obufumbo bwe mu maaso relationship zino ze wayingiramu kati n'obanga nasi you've tested no testing abantu bangi bangi relationship nyingi naye ngaekigendererwa tesikyakukola bufumbo oba kitegere kati mu maaso ofuna reflections ezemabega singa wamisinga zewalimu okitegeera nolaba ngaono ebintu mwali mubikola mu relationship yammwe mwali munyumya ewaka mwali muzannya okitegere kati otuuka mu bufumbo nga oba tugeze oliyagala kalakita ya muntu bwatyo azannya asekase kati n'otagifuna oddamu nolowooza ka ex girlfriend ko oba okitegera kati obanze ngamba nti omuvubuka oba omuntu neyalingidde relationship ng'agenda kukola ki bufumbo bwebanga tewali bufumbo omuvubuka wena ngwadvisinga toyingira relationship kubanga mu maaso eyo egenda kukukosa
there are some of them, like Abagamba, no, me, I'm financially stable. And of course, I'm healthy. I have tested myself. I've gone for all the tests. Nagamba, I think I'm ready.
For what?
For a relationship.
A relationship leading to what?
Tomorrow.
Just a relationship. Kunyumira bya kiyayi.
Omuntu ono mumugambye ogenda mu relationship naye omutegeezezza ki banne agenda kukola atya okulabika ng'abeerawo nga tali mu relationship okutuusa nga agiyingiramu lwa marriage mumuwane ku magezi ago
tuba tugenda kuddayo gye tugenda eyo mu maaso nti akoze akyituuka mu magezi ago kakati mukiriziganyiza nange nti omuntu gyalibadde relationship yenna paka nga yetegekera bufumbo awo mukaniza nange si kyamyaka innocent si kyakugamba nti taata ajja kugamba naye nga gwetonaba kwetaaga si bakiri innocent tumasoke tumaliriza.
Let me give you this perspective of things. Just like you will teach me how to write an application for a job. Everyone needs, you will tell me, okay, Gladys, you will say, this kid is not ready for a relationship because he's not yet 25. You get my point? But what have you been doing to ensure that at 25 he or she is ready? I don't know if you get my point. You're not getting me. The thing is, you say it. No one should start a relationship unless it is leading to marriage.
Yes.
Okay? For you say, when you have to start a relationship, at least when you're 25.
At least, yeah.
At least when you're 25. So when you're 25, what do you think has happened to this person that is ready, qualifies to start a relationship?
At 25.
Mm-hmm. What has changed about this person that makes him or her qualified to start up a relationship?
At least mature. Yeah, maturity.
What is your definition of maturity?
Being
Asking Nancy?
I'm asking the Gladys.
So it's maturity, being ready, like you're prepared for something. At least at 25, you can. Yes, you feel like you are. You can.
You can't do what?
You can go into a relationship as a youth.
Then,
25.
now put your relationship and combine it together with what doctor is saying. A relationship must lead to marriage.
So you're saying age is.
So innocent, what are you pointing to?
What I'm pointing to is whether you will start a relationship aimed at marriage, whether you start it at 25. If you are not ready
for what?
To handle the responsibilities
of what
that come along with relationships and that leads to marriage. Because listen to me.
Innocent, you're confused. Yes.
Your argument is not clear.
Okay,
the truth
is, the truth is, the relationship, every relationship will lead to marriage.
Not every relationship. The only relationship which you've started.
That is according to you.
That is my argument.
You say you do not start a relationship unless it is leading to
marriage.
So
that is
now when I come back and I paraphrase it, like every relationship according to Dr. Bozo must lead to marriage.
Yes, I see the relationship. I'm giving a credit. I would love my friend to get into the relationship which is leading to marriage. That is the relationship. That's the relationship. I'm crediting.
Now, do you know that, Doctor? As I start my relationship at 25, I have never been told. Listen.
First get this point. Even if you were at 30, but if the relationship is not targeting to marriage. Don't go into
now
it.
This one is
now listen to me. I'm trying to blend the two. Now you have said no relationship should start unless it is heading to marriage.
No matter the age.
Thank you. Now you're saying a relationship, someone must have a relationship approximately age 25.
No,
approximately.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion, yes. Thank you. That is Dr. So I'm trying to put the blend here that Doctor, if you didn't teach me about relationship before, at 25, I am going to start a relationship. Listen to me. I am going to start a relationship at 25. You get me? Now, in my head, I am going to marry this woman.
Okay, innocent.
Listen, I finish. In my head, I'm going to marry this woman. 25, I know that. Now, in that process, I realize Innocent has a lot of anger issues. Innocent has issues with finances. Innocent cannot tolerate any beautiful girl passing by. My dear brother, will that relationship head to marriage?
You were talking another thing. It's like this, Innocent. There is no way.
I'm trying to put to you that at least you have reached. Listen, no, you're not understanding. You're not understanding my point because you don't want to understand.
Listen, to understand. But to your point are understandable.
When you guys are speaking, paying attention. You understand? In communication, listening is another way. Now, when I tell you, Doctor, every relationship, and I agree with you, that every relationship should lead to marriage. You get my point? Every relationship must lead to marriage. I agree. At 25, someone has a little knowledge of something which I don't know. But relationship of handling a boyfriend and a girlfriend, those are totally different subjects. However much you started at 40, if you were not taught how to handle.
Now who teaches?
This thing is natural.
It's natural.
Now who teaches?
Because
who teaches?
If you're really a human being,
now listen to me. I'll make this statement. Listen to me, Doctor.
Innocent. Who is innocent?
Let me tell you.
Who is innocent? Ekibuuzo kibaddewo nti omuntu yatandise relationship ng'alina emyaka emeka kubanga kati nokyogera kirala kati then gwe bw'otegeera nti I'm ready for marriage relationship then what next kikyalibadde ekibuuzo kati mpulira njagatandika nenansi relationship ng'ekigendo kyange njagala kuwasa nansi oshegedde kati then what next kyekyalibadde ekibuuzo kati omuntu awakola atya oshegedde kati awo omukyala bwagendererwa ssenga oba okitegeera n'omulenzi bwagendererwa kojja okitegeera ate notakomaawo n'ogenda mu basumba oba okitegedde Innocent. Are you getting the point now?
I think this thing, of whether you can handle a relationship, it starts from home. If you can handle that relationship with your parents, with your brothers at home, I think you can handle it. They are not raised. Bomugambako ekintu ne yesunguusula oba kitegeera obalya wakula wewegendereza ng'oli obalya weyakulako ne basisita be nakula nga bamugamba abawala nno tebabakuba okitegeera kigenda kubeera kizibu nnyo omuntu ono okuvaayo eri ate omuwulire nti yakoze violence ewaka muigizo yakubye mukyala we yakoze ekyo bakitegeera akulaba kimuteekamu ekyo omukyala bamukwata we bati ekyo ng'atuteeka wano mu bwongo bw'anaakula bino senga byagenda omugamba it is going to be for a very less time kagenda kuba kaseera katono nnyo kagenda okumala nga senga amubuulira ebintu bino tekagenda mumala kubeera ng'abiyingiza mu bwongo ate biyingire ne mu mbala ye naye kitandikira waka okuza omwana w'obuwala ng'omugamba genda okolere kino dadiwo mukolereko kino dadi mukubire ku ngato agenda kukimanya omwami ngenda mukola bwe nti akulaba ewaka maama mami dadi bwakomawo omutikkulako tomuboggolera naye ogerera mama akomawo namupulastinga bubi nnyo n'omwana omuwala bwatyo bwagenda okubeera kati senga lyagenda omugamba nabikwata ati.
Now Nancy, after you guys have talked this kind of thing and you are sure that this child from childhood has been intentionally being trained to do this. This is why now you bring your question, when is the time ready for marriage, for relationship?
So you mean training first?
Before you can tell anyone that is ready for a relationship. That's why I told you before, it is not about age. It's all about preparation and training. It's all about preparation and training.
It is a proposition.
Now listen to me. Now, today, I'm going to come at 25. And I'm going to say, Malai, I have admired you. You feel something for me, I feel something for you. We have maybe been together for some months. And then we are going to our pastor. But do you know the funny thing that's happening in our time? That those premarital counseling happen a few days before the marriage. Whom are you preparing to handle a long-time institution in just a week?
We agree.
Okay. Kamaro kwebaza ku bantu baffe abatulaba mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala nkimanyi namwe mwine ebibuuzo era muli mu kwegeyamu awo mube nga mwegeyamuko naye nga musindika message tulabe nga naffe yes we get engaged. Ndabako kuno Voni Edi oli mu kulaba mpima oli nnyo sabiti oli nnyo webale nnyo webale ddala musharinga ebintu bino n'abalabe nga babifuna ekibuuzo kyange kiriwo ekiti ki ekita relationship oba biki ebitawana relationship basajja abavubuka b'obulenzi ab'obuwala ki ekitawana relationships
abalenzi balina okugamba like in the gender
biki era baani abasinga
okuzinga relationships okubanga zitawaanya
abasajja bwebanga bituuse obuziza ebibuuzo bibiri biki nabaani bodda mu baani basajja kwegamba abasajja babakuzizza some parents they raise their children in a very bad way wanene bw'otunulamu mu Africa kwegamba abalenzi babakuza nga tasobola nakwozaako sowaani waka bamukuza kwegamba munange gwe oli waggulu nnyo otambulira eno mubire kakati akule waka ebiseera ebisinga bw'otunulamu mu Africa we have many single mothers bali bangi nnyo akule waka nga maama kwegamba yakola buli kimu ewaka kitegeera togera ku mwana omulenzi maama yakola buli kimu wa ewaka kakati abeera ne mentality eri munnange omukyala alina okolaki okunkolerera n'alyoka atuuka ewaka n'akulekera omugugu gw'ebintu byonna and you take over nobeera mu bya finance naye ate webituuka mu byokuboggola yayagala aboggole naye mu bya ssente gwe teekamu
omuwala nga teekamu sente
ayagala gwoteekemu naye mukuboggola yalina okuboggola
ng'ateekamu ssente zakuwadde okuteresa
nedda akulekera omugugu gw'ebintu sometimes these people balina ne ku ssente naye wesanga ng'olwokuba gweoba olinayo ku busente bwo bw'obeera olina akulekera omugugu you have to feed the home kwegamba omugugu gw'ebintu byonna n'agukulekera n'obulwane
relationship netulindako wakyaliwo ekibuzo kyange togera relationship ki erimu nga maka oyogera maka
not be okay up in work relationship. Relationship, you're still in a relationship. Yes.
Avuka na bali batya. Gababeera bonna babiri oba ngabeera bawera bi girlfriend boyfriend.
Bayinza okuba beera bawera bi, bayinza okuba nga babeera bombi, naye as long as bavuka.
Waliwo omulala wa naye nze ndowooza enkuza enkulu nnyo kubanga bino byonna during the relationship omuntu ogenda mulaba you're going to have a very small argument mulabe ng'agala oluli akukubi mumanya awo boli mugezi ng'otema nga bukyali
okyali ku program the youth mic eddoboozi y'omuvubuka wano ku DF.TV webali nnyo webali ddala tukyadisikasinga nga tuli mu topic nti tuli mu discussing relationships z'abavubuka engeri gye bazikwasaganyamu biki ebita relationships mu bavubuka era omuvubuka yatandise ddi relationship nze Dr. Bozo, Nancy, Innocent ne Gladys. Innocent, biki ebisinga okutta relationships mu bavubuka?
We have the problems, but it depends on which type of relationships. Yeah? We are the problem, meaning that both the boys and the girls are the problem. If you're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah, that's what I want to tell you. Both of us are the problem.
How do we come to people sense?
Of course, you will say it is. But let me tell you something. The relationship, the problems that cause these relationships come within. It is within us. Not her, not me. It is within us as individuals.
Then, what are those problems?
Thank you very much. You know, human beings are emotional beings. We are created as emotional beings. And it is within our emotions, within us, are the problems that are going to sprout out.
And to bring those problems.
I'm coming, don't worry. Within you, doctor, there is pride. Whether you like it or not, there is pride.
Which is not bad.
Which is an emotion within you. Malaika, there is what they call ego. You get me? Within you, there is what they call anger. Within you, there is happiness. Within me, there is sadness. All these are emotions, they come within. And now all these things, if we do not know how to handle them well, these are the things that kill relationship. So the problem is coming within the girl and within the boy. You get my point? But now what can shape the two people and bring them to, you have not, you will tell me you've never asked that question. But the problem is the emotions within us.
Emotions
within us.
That's the anger.
Just like I've counted it, including happiness and sadness, all excitement. Okay. These are all emotions.
Okay. Who cannot manage the emotions within them? Is it the girls or the boys?
That depends on the personality now.
Okay. Gladys.
So, me, I'm saying to, I think, yes, these people, relationship, because Auntie Adon Nancy's on Pretty's point. She said that the first time the upbringing of a child by the parents. Some parents, I stick to the boys, or the males, or the gentlemen, or when not, customer political child. Amazadde bannange abavubuka bano beetaaga okuwuliramu abalenzi bakozinga nnyo ebintu bingi mu relationship. Omwana n'omukuza nga oba tomubuuliridde kati gwe nga maama nga totekize time tomubuuliridde nga maama tajja kufuna tajja kuba na story ku kamwa ke. Yono omuvubuka gogenda osanga akola ekintu ekikyamu atukole like okay they are in love with a fellow youth. And then akoze ensobi kitegeera naye tafunye budde bugamba you know what I'm sorry lasinze mangwawo out of the blue akozewo esasa gekwegamba n'olabira ddala omuvubuka atambula ki atakuziba bulungi. So bingi ebikwatagana ku bavubuka naye nga basajja bebasinga okukozinga
abasajja
abalenzi bebasinga okukozinga entabo eyo.
Ekirala ensonga lwaki ndowooza the male balese nnyo kugamba abazadde bateeka nnyo essira ku baana abawala nti abaana abawala be bayonooneko kitegeera ne babulirira omwana omuwala
mama n'abulira seera n'abulira jjajja n'abulira
kaakati omwana omulenzi ono ne bamusuulirira ne batamusomesa nti mukwano ewaka kino gy'olina okubeera this is how y'olina okweyisaamu
bani abasinga okufuna disappointments in relationships? Be basinza okumenyeka emitima
kiraba nnyo basinga omaga bangi nnyo si mu Uganda mwokka naye kumpi ne mu nsi yonna
kubanga
relationships abasajja they cause these breakups oba in the other way around ensonga nyingi ezibaleetera okuva ku bakyala bato n'amagata muzadde
ensonga abawala gye basinga okuwa nti bavudde relationship eba nsonga ki?
ensonga ezisinga ensonga z'enjawulo muli ayinza ova mu relationship nga wekugambye bulyawo busungu abasajja bakulanga ebiseera ebisinga obusungu bwe tayinza kuvuga
then innocent ensonga ki?
Disappointment. You know, let me tell you something that love is a heart thing. It's an emotional thing. Whether I break your heart or you break my heart, I feel it. You understand? So there is nothing like you say a woman will be more hard than the man. Just because a man will not try to show. Now when we talk about the lot of single mothers, that is a totally different topic. That is now we are moving out of the... Listen, when it comes to heartbreaks, if you're talking of the level of pain of heartbreaks, I would think it is equal. Just that the way now will handle...
Not that. My question was, abasinze of disappointment, basinze sijja kuki. Oli agambe busungu, oli n'agamba sense. Gwechi. A single point. I need a single point. Like it is.
Failure to handle your emotions.
Okay. Omanyi kwe mweyisa bbali, mubuzaabuzi.
No,
let me speak up my mind.
When we are not bringing the question right, not the answer right.
Okay, let me speak up my mind.
Now, who is questioning the question?
Okay, I'm the moderator. Let me speak up my mind. In the point yange elikweti, ekisinza okutta relationship zonna ez'abantu ezisinga obungi nnyo mu bavubuka bwenzi. Yes. Soka ulirize bwenzi nti omuwala aba mu relationship singa mukaaga oba kitegeera n'omulenzi nga ali relationship singa mukaaga oba kitegeera kakati bonna abasinga okuba aba broken hearted bonna abasinga mu bizibu ebyo kwenda okitegeere n'ekukwata ne ka girlfriend ka boyfriend oba nawe n'okwata ne kaki ne ka girlfriend kakati yes kyekisinga si sente si biki mulibeza ate mwayinza nnyo ennaku yes kati kino kyembadde ngamba nzira yeeriye kinabadde kugamba nti omuntu ayinza kukola atya relationship ye netakola ki netamenyeka bye bino sigamba nti abantu bonna bakulira wamu osanga nasi wakula wamu nange nze nga senda bagoyina naye nga mami yakikuza yomu netata yomu bibaawo kakati nze point yange eri bweti the principles zemuteeka over the foundation of your relationship ye matalinga ne mudrawinga boundaries okitegeere
But can you fulfill the boundaries?
Anti bwezire madeni obanga talina foundation oba talina foundation tosobola kubaako kyokola kati omalolayinga foundation osobola kubaako kyokola oba kitegeere kakati relationship nga bwe nakugambye nti nze gyenzikiririzaamu yalibadde leadinga to marriage kakati awo nabeerawo nobawabawo nga nemutandikira relationship nebeera n'omusingi oba omulamwa kati omulamwa gwe nkugambye relationship yonna gyenyingiramu oba gyewalingidemu omuvubuka ng'eridinga ku ki ku marriage kati n'omanya nti bikiri embantu n'olira relationship eno okitegedde n'omanya engeri gy'okwekwasaganya naye ekyo wekitabaawo tosobola kinogenda ki maaso ekisooka bano innocent bano basinga tunuulira sex relationship gyayingiramu yonna yonna yaba tunuulidde ki kati ate gwe omuwala oba wanga tunuulidde sex ate awo omuwala wola otunuulira gwe nga relationship kiyingiddemu lwaki lwa sex kati zene neekuniza nonkyawo oba okitegeera
to commemorate that corner moment of talent. Of course, I take to related about this is the youth mic. Those are 10 will be those of American as well. And then keep on sending your views about the topic discussion that they have been Gladys Malike. So get a to come out into vow. Yes.
Buli mutumufu gwolaba ne weegomba ayina kugiyatandikira ewataliwa n'abagagga bonna mu byobufuzi mu byenfuna mu byamakolero mu byobulamu n'ebintu ebirala bwaliko ng'obulenzi obwo obutono oba obuwala eyo mu byalo byammwe mu bitundu byammwe abatandikiriza okwezimba n'ebibuga byolaba ne weegomba mu nsi yonna byaliko obwalo obutono ng'akeewammwe eyo mu kyalo obadde okimanyi nti amakolero g'olaba agawuniikiriza gaaliko ekiroto ky'omuntu omu mu mutwe oba ku lupapula ekyewuunyisa abakoze ebyo byonna tebalina njawulo wakati wo nabo n'olwekyo osobola nange nsobola negattaako ku Divine Focus TV mu programu yo naawe osobola nange omuweerezaawo Lusiba Geoffrey ebeerayo buli lwa Mande olwokubiri olwokuna n'olunaku olwokutaano essaawa zaffe ennungi 9 mpaka essaawa 10
Tubuka tusinda tutenda oyo tuli ku kituufu kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga tuli ku kituufu tukukuba tudigida tubuka tusinda tutenda oyo tuli ku kituufu ebyakusumbuwa ebyakukaddiya ebyakutuyanya byonna bikoma kati lololo nzosikyakayana nabaletentalo fetukuba muziki omwoyo wa mukama entalo nga zirwana nenaliresiba byonna bikutudde ebyantayiza byonna biwangudde I will sing with goodness every day it is from morning to dancing every day ebyali byansoba byonna bikutudde ebyantayiza byonna biwangudde kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga tuli ku kituufu tukukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutenda oyo tuli ku kituufu kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga tuli ku kituufu tukukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutenda oyo tuli ku kituufu labayo nze sitatamira ntayi tamira mwoyo wa mukama.
Oh yes, Kashe, welcome back from that short break. It's been a very interesting story, and that has been produced with Mana Kaimba Ketuli Kuchitufu. Katino Kaimba Kalunji Mvukali Oli Kuchitufu. We are still going in with the program at Nomna Mogafi about relationships in the youth.
Tukomyenga mbagamba nti ekisinza okutta relationship the foundation gye batandikirako ki abavubuka relationship nti ekisinga okutta relationship oba okitegeeza nga wena bagambye relationship nze gyenzikiririzaamu oba omuvubuka gye nali mugambye okuyingiramu ng'efokasinga ku ki ku marriage awo bwe tubadde.
Okay, we'll pop in with another question. That is another subject, that is heartbreaks. Heartbreaks is that because heartbreaks are derived from relationships. Mubavubuka bafuna nyo heartbreaks bambi ukitegeera kati twagala kumanya heartbreaks are they for real oba abaana beekoza n'oli mwana nagamba I'm having hysteria in high school. The heartbreaks by the way wano n'amasomero ga brain n'abaana bakolina nafuna heartbreak. So twagala kumanya are they for real oba waliwo some kwekoza lindi mu bavubuka awo tetutategeera bulungi tetulina okumanya.
Innocent imenyekadala emitima. Is it true that mumenyeka emitima is it nasi?
Every rejection is a heartbreak. That's another word to say. If I walk up to a girl and we started something and I call this girl my girlfriend, I am young, I told you, emotions, our emotion does not know age. Okay? So you will tell someone you are not allowed to get into a relationship before you finish your senior 4. or before you graduate from the university, but emotion doesn't understand that language. Our emotion is already appreciated. But when you reject me, the day you say maybe you have chosen another one over me, do you know what I will feel inside? One, there is that feeling of uselessness. I'm not worthy. I am devalued. You understand? I can't measure to that standard. And then when you begin feeling that, that's when now all the other things come in. But when I tell you the truth, as long as where there is an emotion expressed, there is always that. So whether it is in high school, whether it is in primary, heartbreak be heartbreak.
So okay, have you ever gone under a heartbreak?
When you hear me speak like this,
You can feel it.
I can feel it just.
I don't know if you can feel the experience.
I
No,
can
at least
feel it.
you can tap on the experience and tell
So,
us about the experience. Yeah, how do you handle it?
How do you handle it?
Yeah, someone out there might be seeing us like undergoing that.
How do you handle it?
let me tell you people, innocent started dating at a very but let me tell you, I was active, not as a physical active active in every sense. I was active. But I'll tell you the one thing that I can be. You know, one thing that is causing a lot of the heartbreak is there's a process of rejection.
Are you regretting
Regretting what?
those past relationships?
No, you see, you will. When I'm ready for a relationship, there's no way. When she's ready for a relationship, there's no way. That's when your words will come in true. Because some of us from high school and to the level, even up to the university, we are still trying the depth. You understand? Can I handle? You know, I feel like this. I feel like this. We are using people's emotions. We are like now they become like a specimen. We are trying. Can she be the one? Can she be the one? Right now, you find a lot of young people are. You know, there is a lot of, it is both area, both boys and girls. There's a lot of pornography flying around. So we watch these pornographies and we get into. I said,
So you get into a
so
because of pornography.
sometimes you want to try it, can that girl, can she, and then you realize, no, you try another one. You keep on, you know, but all of it is coming back to, you said one of the causes of heartbreak was, there's infidelity. The music, thank you. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Listen. But once we cannot control the emotion, the sexual desires within us, you understand? There is no way that act of infidelity has the unseen cause. You understand? And it is unless you handle that unseen cause, you will always shout, I'm not my husband, it is my wife, this.
Okay, big woman.
Heartbreak. Of course, zero manaye. You have to handle. I have my own principles, and I handle even the repercussions that come with that decision. So if that is the decision that has come, heartbreak as in maybe I ever gotten disappointments, like you don't expect something from that person, and that person does it. So I've ever been heartbroken in that way of disappointments, but yeah, I handled it. As a person, I talk to myself and I tell myself that, so I affirm myself that this is not the end. You can go through it, and then at the end of it all, I use the Bible to help me out. Mostly the book of Psalms. It has those encouraging words, and then the Lord is going to do you like this. So they help me out, and I make sure I make myself busy in some activities, because there is an English saying that says time heals.
Obude buyitawo n'owona.
Yeah. Time. Oyinza okulira abannanyigiro timakubegese naye omwaka ogujja teguyinza tuuka mukwano omutima gukyamegese. No, it is just a matter of time. Just wait a bit, everything is going to be fine.
In that matter of time, what are you doing?
I've told you.
What
you're doing is you are trying to give yourself first aid. A painkiller reliever.
Not painkiller reliever, but you're trying to heal yourself by affirming yourself, telling yourself you can pass through it.
Yeah, you can
heal
the end. It's not the end.
And with time, you will be healed by affirming yourself. Because I'm not a fan of telling some people, give me some advice. No, I'm not a fan. I always keep my issues to myself.
Okay, guys, what you call it?
Yeah, yes, me, I'm saying.
Never be real.
Have
them broken yours?
Am I not? God has been on my side, by the way. No, it's not at all.
Are you in a relationship?
Netta.
Relationship?
Malaika now.
Ngankama andaba.
Malaika, nyaka jiwanga relationship. Jolimu.
I'm not since 25.
What got 25?
Yes, I said 25.
When is your birthday?
My birthday of what age?
Muna muvere.
Who brought that law?
Of what?
It is a law of ladies.
Yes, of ladies. And actually, like you people, you men have a law that says, they don't count children for a man. So you don't count eggs for a girl.
It depends on the cultural setting.
Yes, me, I'm saying about the heartbreaks. Heartbreaks are real, okay?
Okay.
Heartbreaks just but all in all, I want to tell the youth out there who are watching us on the Divine Focus TV, there is time for everything, dears. If you wait for the particular time, you come at your government, you know this is the time to come for you to wear your pride, okay? Also,
okay.
You don't have to do
so. Why really know is the
okay.
No, because there is time for everything. God will talk to you.
Okay, Malaika.
I will.
Bichi omugenzi okulaba. Malaika, bichi omugenzi okulaba nagamba relationship gyendimu nfo. Nkomye wano. Oba relationship gyendimu erimu omulamu ngende naye mu maaso.
It's so calm, but there is the love. It has to be with love between the two of you. And the two will be love, trustworthy, honesty, natural, manga, how can I bring this?
Yes, I'm Uganda.
Okubanga weka pasa chichona. Mind the personality omuntu omulaba.
Okay.
No manya nti doctor.
Kano nkuli mutu.
Agenda wala empisa alabika. Kitegeera. Ate no manya no gamba but doctor is good this way. Of course. I can still handle. Nemba mu tukambola personality y'omuntu tekontana nayo. Of course you can't continue. You're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your energy. Thank
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Innocent. What are those things you see November that let me get away out of this relationship? Or let me focus on this relationship?
A relationship where you are not sharing visions together. You understand? If I have a vision as a man and I say this is the direction I want this relationship to go, I'm not dictating. But if the woman cannot come and say, okay, let's come and let's talk. This is how I think. This is how. For me, as long as there is no any agreement about the vision, there's no way we're going. However good this one might be, however peaceful the person might be, I'm peaceful. Even beauty maybe. Or whatever she said, love and all that. But as long as there is no vision for the relationship, and all of us are coming together to sit down on a round table and say, I bring mine, and then you come and say, let's pan a bit.
Can you paint that vision? A vision in a relationship? Can you paint?
No, that one is, it depends on the individuals.
Okay.
Okay. I cannot come and put a standard vision for every relationship. That's shared.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and then there was first of all, it depends. kubanga buli omu abeera ne ideal that ideal person gwayagala omuntu abeere naye of course you can't get that 100% person naye omuntu bwabanga waliwo omuntu ng'agamba ng'omuntu omulabyemu obwenzi nogamba I can tolerate that so bw'obumulabamu tolowooza nti ajja kyuka gye bujja mu maaso manya bumanya nti bw'agenda obeera and go through it genda okifeesinge bw'okimanyi there is no change to come in the days to come when you see the person kasobola kuhandlinga emotions ze and aggressive osanga omuntu ng'asobola nokuba empine mu relationship just okitegeera ng'omanya mu bufumbo ogenda kugumira emiggo so these things that happen during the course of the relationship don't take it, they're not minor they're very major era zezo zepisa z'omuntu that person is trying to show you the colors
that is the reality
so genda okifeesinge okimanyi bulungi that is the kind of person you're taking so take caution waliwo abamu abagaba anyiganyigamu naye nakitwalanga
nationalize
easy
mwebale nnyo mwebale balungi mukyali ku program the youth mic nze Dr. Bozo Nancy Innocent ne Gladys nze nno community yange your pretty Jesus means naye nze point yange eri bweti nti nze kyandibadde ekikulu relationship genda nti egenda mu maaso it is transparency bakitaba obwerufu nga temuli byakufera kyoyogera bwe kiri tolina byonkweka nnyo naye wali bisaana okwekebwa ebyaddala si byonna nti bisaana okukola kyobbikubwawo ewaffe tuli basezi kyembanjagala okoleko busezi bubenga muvaawo tugenda mu relationship yaffe niye okoleko busezi bukoleke nga bukolaki mbadde nze kyensaba oba kyenandyagadde oba kyenkubamu toki mu relationship yo olabe nti oba egenda mu maaso munno oyogwe ne relationship mukube mu toki olabe mwerufu wabanga mwerufu ebisigadde byonna bigenda kubanga bitambula bulungi kubanga omwerufu aba tagenda kwenda omwerufu aba tagenda kulimba omwerufu mba mugenda kuba mukwatagana ne relationship yange gye mbagamba nti walingiddemu ng'egenda mu bufumbo aba ajja kukubeerera ki bulungi akadde kalinga katuweddeko tugenda mu gundi yaffe ey'okubiri mu kanyumero kaffe ak'okubiri nnyo ak'abavubuka nga bayolesa biki ebitone nga bayolesa ebitone ketugenda okugendamu mu bigambo bibiri oba bisatu siibula abantu
mbadde Pretty Nancy era nga bulijjo era program the youth mic tubadde bambi bino ebintu mubitwale nga bya nsonga era bibadde serious omulundi omulala mubeereeko tugenda kwogeranga ebintu ebyenjawulo kama bampera omukisa
Thank you for watching Divine Focus TV. My last words would be that young men and young women, you are the problem of the relationship, whatever. Learn how to handle your emotions. That is, to me, that is where the biggest problem of relationship comes from. Let's learn how to deal with each other, knowing that there's a principle. You pinch me, I pinch you, you feel the pain, don't pinch me. You understand? So, do unto others what you expect them to do unto you. So, if you pinch yourself, if you back at yourself and you don't like backing at yourself, so you learn that it's not good to back on your opponent or your friend.
Oh yes, I think on the Divine Focus TV, that was the youth mic, and of course, yeah, to get up to Tambana every Saturday, don't dare miss from 4 to 6. We shall be with you here to bring a tour what in language and Java Katagana comes to me and to tell. I take a solo club at time with the Mumbera and Munji. Get the Magala Mumba Balunji, the follower, thank you very much. I take Nanjagala or Okusembea Kagamu Kangeti. If you're somebody, you can be somewhere. If you are nobody, you can't be anywhere. Okay. So please be you, be that way. You can still do it.
Okay, nze nokumulama guno kyengeza kubagala abavubuka abakyasoma mu byenenye kuba tutatandika bufumbo bakola bufumbo ng'okyasoma bujja kutawaanya olaba ababulimu nga tebasoma obatawaanyiza ate olwo gwe naasoma ali mu primary totegana secondary tutawana birowoozaako university linda omalirize olyoka obiyingiremu kubanga nkugambye relationship egenda okukolera etagenda kumenya mitima egenda n'okwera future y'entuufu ng'epointinga ku ki obufumbo obadde mulabi bulungi nnyo sigadde ni Dr. Bozo mweno program dayo Mike wano ku Divine Focused TV tugenda mukanyumiro kwaffe kanyumenye nnyo tosaana kasubwa tosaana kubanga ojjako atalina data yongerako data ng'era okyalinako data obenga osoofuna ekintu kino producer waffe kabeeko nga tukubira obulamu kamu obiri bwe tukavaamu tubenga mugenda kanyumiro kwaffe
Hey, are you ready to play this Africa? I will rest me come once again. Don't fuck to where we come from. Guna record, fire. Tena balumwe, sinza bakube, nyenya komotwe. Tena balumwe, sinza bakube, nyenya komotwe. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli kuchitufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli kuchitufu. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli kuchitufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli kuchitufu. Ebyakusumbua, ebyakukadiya, ebyakutuyanya, byonna bikoma kati. Lololo, tosikyakayana nabaletentalo. Fetikuba muziki moyo wa mukametalo ngazirwana. Nenalilesiba byonna bikutude. Ebyantayiza byonna biwangudde. I will sing with goodness every day. It is from morning to dancing day by day. Ebyali byansiba byonna bikutude. Ebyantayiza byonna biwangudde. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Labayo zesitatamira njai tamira moyo wa mukama nekole ebituufu tubikolanga batamiivu abefeesa mukaga mujja kutyano maje agekulula bate bagataliza lutalo lwa mwoyo gwatoleeta patu ndaba omusalo gw'omuliro mafuma g'omuliro malase z'omuliro sing with me this song fire 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 follow me fire 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 follow me. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Kati my sister sabye tebakolemba kyokutya mukama obeera fala tebakudyeka nabo nabolemba ne bakusudiyanga tebebafala sekela laba batunyoma they've got no idea kikiki banyoma omwoyo wa mukama tula munze mina fyana rude boy ne boleta zimisa leka kunyemezeke waffe gye nasibuka tutambulira ku mazzi tuwonya n'abalema mu nfufumu yita tukolamu amaaso we must try to fish to feed 5,000 tuli ku kituufu tuli babuufu tuli basufa tetulina mutuufu tuli ku kituufu tuli babuufu tuli basufa tetulina mutuufu fire 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 follow me fire 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 follow me. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Tubikolanga batamiivu abefeesa mukaga mujja kutyano maje agekulula bate bagataliza lutalo lwa mwoyo gwatoleeta patu ndaba obusalo bw'omuliro mafuma g'omuliro malase z'omuliro sing with me this song fire 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 follow me fire 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 follow me. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga. Tuli ku kituufu. Tukuba tudigida tubuuka tusinza tutendoyo. Tuli ku kituufu. Kuna muziki tukuba tudigida tusanga tutunanyanga.
Showtime, party time, yeah, yeah, yeah. My life for you, I the glory to you. This song go for you, Father sang it for you. Let me talk about it. Father, you the Bundabanga Pima Mungazinemu, Mutai in the Kamunawe. I wanna feel the beat tonight, Goon in the Kamunawe. Can't you see I'm dressed so nice? To be a dread tonight, Wamulokole Wakubai. To be a dread lie, Wamulokole Wungabunyumai. Tendo to Kubai, Kasivayana Nazasindukai. But I got a guy, every day for now, yeah. In the Kamunawe, I wanna feel the beat tonight. Goon in the Kamunawe. Can't you see I'm dressed so nice? To be a dread tonight, Wamulokole Wakubai. To be a dread lie, Wamulokole Wungabunyumai. Tendo to Kubai, Kasivayana Nazasindukai. But I got a guy, every day for now, yeah. Bundabanga Pima Mungazinemu, Mutai in the Kamunawe. I wanna feel the beat tonight, Goon in the Kamunawe. Can't you see I'm dressed so nice? To be a dread tonight, Wamulokole Wakubai. To be a dread lie, Wamulokole Wungabunyumai. Tendo to Kubai, Kasivayana Nazasindukai. But I got a guy.
Yes, mwe bali mukulikeyo mu bulango bwe tubaddemu bali mukulikeyo mu kanyumira ke tubaddemu tubakulikirizayo mwenna ate ntubibasaffe mwe bwe tuwatandise nammwe okuba twatandikidde dda mu program gye yatandikidde mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala nkyali Dr. Bozo ne munange
That is Malaika, and of course, yeah, we've come up with a group. We told you we're going to bring a table to sign with the talent, with what they got out there. We're going to go back to of course, this is the talent corner moment. Of course, we're going to go back to we shake down to the foot and to the hand. Yes, guys, very welcome. How are you doing? You're very fine. Okay, that's great. I tell you, what could you even focus TV? Two ballets, but I want to involve those are mobile. It's a youth program, a youth mic, where we bring quality and quantity matters, of course, as usual. Taking up about the homes in the budget, but to get what they got for us today. Keep on. You know what? My name is
Zanda Origin. Erinyanya lirete. Kitegeeza ki
Zanda kitegeeza like Zanda then the origin kitegeeza obusibuko then the popularity.
Popularity?
Yeah.
Then erinyanya batya? Zanda Origin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Zanda then the motto yafe the origin.
Okay. Gomogezi wa group eno. Natandike nawe amanyago.
Amanya ya nuaga bena nengoza Sky. Iliya send ne Facebook Sky dancers. Yeah.
Kundaga muntu.
Kundaga muntu.
Eyo aho kubiri wano. Regan.
Nenga zira sente kusa
That boy. Okay. I think we're with that boy. Okay, aje munandoa.
Amanya atanga mtankata.
Ngata Alan.
Media center mtala ni mazina ni.
Ani mazina. Wasungu.
Ngata go.
Ngata muzungu wewe. Pole. Chechimu. Aje munandoa.
Agaga bamutaka wa Ronald akalia sente Patrick aka Ronald Beats
ekikacho kimanyirira fún
automatic
mwalo kufa wali wonna okay ye kama yabasibwe wali wonna
Amukale bati
natoli
Lamtana ni Brenda. Iliya sente osomuta Kent.
All of you go to Kent, your man. Relatives. Relations, we are admire. Okay. Divine focus TV, Motilab. Etamuleti. Program just go by me. Okay, that's what it's about. Ngaba kubuka. Okay.
Ila tuchikoya mkatonda kusigege.
Aha.
Yes.
Katonda mutegera.
Yo.
Bade banyawo kubuka ngamu bakanda. Katonda mbatti mumulabawo.
Katonda yato.
Ate Yesu mutegera.
Yesu mutegera.
Jawo kiri wakati wa Yesu ni Katonda.
Tunasoma Katonda itata wa Yesu.
Katonda itata wa Yesu. Ani muto.
Yesu
Yesu ni muto. Chapa binyo. Sasa ngidade so ina wocha.
Yes, and Jagala so about them. Where are they basing from? When basing it, we just all gama. You know me, I want the Zanda origin at Benga. A chintubati Fabakula. Anyway, Java
straight out Atoke.
Out of pants, okay.
Yes, at Bebanabafuka. DJ knows at some point you get to bring us to our what they got on the plate on the platform with us on the Divine Focus TV. It's still the youth mind to change the time, stay focused and stay divine as well.
Okay, kitugero kola, tugenda kubarekera stage ya mweno, mubenga mutikozesa mu mukosa no kimutikola ki. Kyeminyagala because you are the thunder. Ochali ku youth mind. Katugenda kubawo.
who cares? Boyfriend, you and that you want me, who cares? That's the way. I'm a new who cares? Oh, can you hear nothing about it? No competition, who can leave so you talk? Who cares? The Mugan, you like it now. Yes,
those are the boys and you told me you can't? Yes, she's can't. I tell you, your group divided Zan, but I think I'm going to style it. Did a so has a mouth over and get so good. Now, you want to say what's Valima and what him. Down babies, okay, now. Take a cow to get that challenge. Ngo ekiroto kyo kyako kikuzina
zebudde butunganze
like kuva ku myaka emeka
nali mu nasari manzijukira nali mu bebe ya sister nali mu piku kati bino ebimotoka ebigawa sweets nebijja ku ssomero nanteekayo nandabisebe nempanga lukakuolwo
nogamba nti kati nze my dream is in kuzina kubibya You're not to be on yes to be here. Thanks for correcting me. My name is baby, okay? So Zina, baby. But I know baby, I say, what's my name? That's what. That's when I see that boy. Yes. Teacher, so call that boy. Boy, Kati. That thing we take boy. Jax, I like the name. Catch with Jax, what I'm going to sing up with them. Okay, I'm teenage, you know, you feel it. At what age? Come Vango Limuto. The way is good, I know my child. One day. Mukuzina can often you maybe don't. Got oh, Nikati, what are some? Karantini alikulemia. Niko gonna be down. Kaya bana here. I take and say kwe one rock single one. Na ye what would that be positive? Patropy. Bats. Bats. So when did you engage mukuzina? Wayingira ota mukuzina era diera. Yes, so what you feeling in no gamma ticket? Cheniloko.
eventually, as time moved on, I like music, I like dancing, I love God. Nebikata wamu ngalaba mvamu nekikwecha
kimu kubi kati ndakwano zidebwa feel boy. Yes, feel boy. How are you?
I'm gentle as usual.
Gentle as usual. I'm not like gentle kati sigo feel boy.
Yes.
Abantu youth out there bagala kumanya feel boy amade feel boy oba dina that stage name yakozesa.
Yeah, stage name is Sky down south.
Sky.
Yeah.
Kati Sky. Ubuze kibuzo ki Sky. Oli mu relationship.
No.
For Sunday to get a relationship, move avubuka. So, oli mu relationship.
Yeah, of course. With God.
Ono mwana wewe sio kwa.
Actually, I'm in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah, ngasika tonda.
Yeah.
Mwana mwaga de asoso kogera amazima kachemani ala. Ero yona likuchemani ala ntage na kunimba. Mwana hangeko ayogele shufu ala. That name ala means what she used. Are you in a relationship? Dije tuwakayimba katona nemeseza wakayimba akaja ko bantu sampling tulabe ate sigenda amaso dije katuwe tutatulaba amazima amalala
Nobody can say no.
Ani training group. Okay. Group ni mazet bangat.
So far 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Ani jeni chiro.
Discuss.
Dinda ko. Mobile mo family. Naira walwe soka.
Of course. The first two.
Manager umita. Today.
Manager. We love you so much.
No. Manager
the origins also tufuna wonna nabo twagalira kuzira simu wamanga 075 14 78 081 ya Airtel also tufuna ku ya MTN 0277 90576 ya MTN
damwe simu
esoka ya Airtel 0514 78 081 ya MTN 0777 90576 these numbers abazanda zibako ever
wetukubanya kwata
of course
of course the manager mwezi okay DF.TV mujali mcha.
Wow, so amazing. It's really good.
It is so cool.
Aje program.
Fire.
Chawa nikubaticho ngeba kuzukuso chogera.
Jeremiah 29.
Igambete.
I know the plans I have for you declares the Lord. Plans to give you hope and not prosperity.
That one.
29:11 okugala omukuka. Ana chawa nikibomula.
She is safe cut. Nizo chogera ndo mutia.
Chogera. Kale. DF.TV inachira wachamu.
Sure.
Ni odamu ebuzo bibiri. Kabya ngunyu. Bible itandika na kigambo ki. Bible itandika na kigambo ki. Mu Genesis. Ekigambo kitandika mu Genesis.
God.
God.
God. Tuli wamunaye. Abalabi.
Of course, you're sure.
Okay. Okay. Ate kale kanino bagonzamu. Ekigambo kinene kutameka.
God.
Ekigambo kitandika kinene kutameka. God yera. Okay. Ekigambo kitandika mu Bible kitandika kiri in the beginning. Okay. John chapter 1. The beginning of the word.
John chapter 1.
In the beginning,
Genesis is the beginning.
Okay, I told you just that with my TV. I want to know they have done a great job, and the Zanda guys, thank you very much. And big up, of course, blessings for you, everybody. So, love and say Mukola too. Every single one who to la get Dala, City, a singer, a child, superstar, because I want to buy a bit of one of the top stars. Yes, so before I tell them what I want to finalize with them.
Avuka mbagadenyo, mwebalenyo, kuweleza mukama, nena ngeshigambi shitoka sakimanyi, nemba demanyi mochimanyi, namwe ngale mochimanyi, mwekole mwana, nena wengine ukola mwana. Mbada mmanyi na wama, ebuzo vili. Okay.
Nitakaona bibi na mama.
Bada chimuza chakubiri. Ekitabe ekidire kisembayo mu New Testament. Mu Old Testament. Ekidire kisembayo.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus is Lord.
Kigambo ekidire kisembayo mu Old Testament, mu New Testament.
New Testament.
New Testament. Omuntu yokubiri, omuntu yokusatu, mbuko sendena cho. Tuwa basingula tugenda basingula.
So akataleke kablomu atimeye omuntu babiri atasilabenga to finalizing our program. This has been the Youth Mic, and of course it has been a great and interesting program. I know you like it. So kati baby cat wenjakalo utandika again. You forgot money but next year so called so anyway, but we are following protocol ladies. So baby cat please. Omu babiri abakole kumutima kumwoyo ku heart. Yeah.
Tumira sister wange alikatoke buju
nange buju
baby buju
buju so buju musaka buju
baby
yeah
name tumi
Kale. So coming back to the Mr. Fila.
Size by size.
Let's so following our protocol.
Yes.
Akagambo kamu bubiri kogamba abadi abatulaba ku Divine Focus TV abakulaba ya gwenga gwe okuva mu Zanda origin dancer.
Actually akataleke kangena soka nibaze ma ba co-founder, founder of this thing, of this TV, and I thank so much for them. Like two. First and almost my girlfriend Alice, I love you so much. Yeah, that's what I'm And the last one, my only bless, the man is still with. God bless you.
That's why. So kati that's akamu bubiri kowulira nti koyagala olisaawo kubatulaba ku Divine Focus TV.
Kyesinga okwagala abatula ku Divine Focus TV balenja kale bagende ku YouTube and bansubscribing that Jacks bafollowing kale ku social media handles zange zonna.
Wali olunyuma?
Yeah. That's videos managers.
That's why Jacks Molly Day. You can go on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, and you know what imagine blog, TikTok. Bane mami tukwagala nnyo may the Lord really bless you attack to come that was Dark White Jacks. So we following protocol and a man in black. Yes. Baby butts.
Yeah.
Come with
First and foremost, we are so for today. The Almighty, where sources of the we don't know for the all steps that we're doing. And we said that zingenda kwetu zingenda kubera kumateka jatulya okay. First and foremost, my mom, God bless you. Second, my friends. My friends. And lastly, big up to all of you. Divine Focus. Wow. And big up to all the presenters.
Alan. Finally, Alani Mazin, Alani. Alan Mazina Idada. Alan, I think I did final task. Open up to what I want to Babi. Babi, we have Babi now. He's going to send the riggers to five people. And finally, Chugambi, Yenga Ye Alan Mazina. What about this group? In the 2 years time to come. 2 years fine. Engula kolona mujisubira mu banga ti 2 years myaka 5 myaka 1 year atubulire beera ba mu banga ti bagenda kubeera batya 5 people, and then you see where you sing your group as is on the origin where you guys are going to get from.
So can't mirako ka plaza ngobwati bamitaro nikabara yantumirako ko mama wange tata wange baganda bange bonna neba neighbors bange bonna bagala nnyo kubanga bangeerawo abasembayo be bantu bano kubanga bawuliza kintu bambagambye bana ganyo kali mpusade balina
abaana tebalina kutsu
tembagala ko tebanyuma makali
tobakubanga tofunangako obusungu nogamba obakana kano kakenti kakagube oba kajakisi kakube ku kibooko
nawe omanye nga tebibulamu kuba tetukuba naye tumubulirira wagana natumuwayo kasuspect awo abasobola okwebulira eka nakumu
temumugobera ddala
ate esinga kisusse nnyo
kati mukolekibonerezo babonereze mu nkola ey'ekirokole bwakola ekibonerezo bwakola omusango ngaomuganga asiiba kitegenda ku nga 3 oba 4 mulungi eno gwe abadde alaba puroguramu eno nga tusse ku nkomekero ya puroguramu yaffe eno enyumye ennyo bweti gye bayita Youth Mic wano ku Divine Focus TV. Naye ekintu kimu kyensinza okuyiga abantu bonna batumidde bagaba girlfriend mama taata tebatumidde bakojja era nze nkyayo okubeera kojja w'omuntu bannange sigenda kuba kojja w'omuntu mbagala nnyo bamita Dr. Boso mbadde ne munnange
Gladys Malaika, and thanks for watching the Divine Focus TV. Stay focused, big things are coming, great things are still on your way. Temufako ate keep distance.
Gospel music is full of light, yeah. Tebakulimba buha. Showtime, party time, yeah, my life for you, I the glory to you. This song go for you. Father sang it for you. Let me talk about it. Father, you did it. Where would I be without you? Alini ponya, 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 na 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 na. Alini ponya, 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 alini ponya, 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 na 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 na. Alini ponya, 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 ponya. Ponya, 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 yeah. Kade wao bunda banga mpima munga zinamu mutainde kamu nawe. I wanna feel the beat tonight. Guni ne kamu